What's up, guys? Welcome to a crypto update. Today we're gonna talk about Bitcoin. We had some pump in Bitcoin, catch some good trades, obviously called them in the value channel and everyone is in profit. We are pumping in meme coins, so just in general this week was amazing, and we're gonna talk about what to do with the crypto profits and with especially the meme coin profits. How do we get them into other investments to make us more money? So from high risk to medium risk and then low risk, what my strategy is over there. And then obviously just a general market update on the markets that I'm checking out and on all the news and fundamentals, because there's a lot happening. So let's get into it right away and switch over here into my value channel. And as you can see, Smart Money Crypto just gave us an insane update today, and we're just gonna read it together. Crypto market update: BTC continues to retest the 46k level after the Mt. Gox news. If we can hold above 46, we should expect 67. Okay. If not, we lose the range. If we close over 46 and hold above, I will stop shorting. Okay. So he is currently shorting. I did not short so fast. I'm still holding the position. And as you can see, let's switch together to BTC, and let me just move this one over here. As you can see, we had this whole trade over here made from entry up to our take profit 17%. I still have a small bag running, which is currently up 23%. So far, this sequence is finished and Smart Money Crypto started to short. I didn't short. Probably he made some profits over here, very risky. But I wouldn't short right now, even though we are in a selling zone. But I'm just gonna wait out and see if we build, as always with the SK system, a structure, a bearish structure, which for example would look like this. And as we started to have one, maybe it would have picked up and then we would have entered. But for me to enter a market, we need a bearish structure, which would be a pullback or basically new trend, or basically price going down, pullback, and then activation of the price. So basically once price start to go below our new low. So I need one confirmation of one low, and then at the retest I would go in, right, and sell it. So this would be my entry over here, for example, and not just like sell into a trending market right now, because we are in a trending market, right? I would never do that. It's too risky. I don't want to say never, but very most likely I would not do it, right? So we are staying out for it right now and see, and it actually saved our ass, right? Because it came back, made a new high, which is a very bullish confirmation, right? Even though we are in a selling zone, as you can see over here, okay? As you can see over here, we are in a selling zone of the big red sequence that we are currently on, and it's activated, right? Why is it activated? Because price all-time high came down for a pullback. Let me show you guys. Came actually down for a pullback, as you can see here, down, pullback, reacted and activated the sequence. Now the thing is that we have a primary bullish entry, right? We have a bullish market right now. We are in an uptrend, okay? And this black box here, this quadrant, is the buying zone of the whole sequence, right? So that means at the end of the day, we are primarily in a bullish structure, in a bullish market, right? And secondary in a bearish one, okay? So we always need to see the priority, and the priority is definitely buying, trending up, buying, right? It's up. So it's way more difficult to sell. Another thing is the EMA 200. As you can see here, the EMA 200 actually got rejected over here, or the price rejected on the EMA 200 to continue the downtrend, right? But now it broke it through with a strong bullish candle. And this strong bullish candle is basically this one over here, okay? This whole thing over here is really like, okay, motherfuckers, we are bullish. Okay, so there's a lot of bullish indication, which leads for me to not sell right now. The buy was already risky, but it played out very well, right, as you can see. And it finally did what we talked about for such a long time, okay? To go back and then we go deeper into it. Now, very interesting, Mt. Gox, right? Mt. Gox sent 3 billion plus to Kraken exchange. Kraken have stated the funds should be credited within 7 to 14 days, a lot sooner than the original anticipated 90 days. Does this mean we have, we may sell pressure? Does this mean we may see sell pressure in the next few weeks, right? So obviously, if we, for example, see that price went up right now, okay? And let's say here in the next weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, okay, there comes in a lot of sell pressure, then it still means we can finish the sequence over here, which I think is going to happen, right? And then finally we really go to the 40,000 mark, and finally have all the levels finished. All the bearish levels are finished, and from there on we have a lot of buying pressure, because if the Mt. Gox the 9 billion, and they're obviously not going to sell all of it, but if people, and we talked about in the last update, if people get their cryptos back after 5-6 years, something like that, and they're up 100x, who wouldn't sell? So let's say 5-6 years ago you put $1,000 into Bitcoin, now it's 100k. Most people are just gonna sell. Let's be very honest, right? I would probably sell too. And I probably had the thought, and I said it would be sick if someone would have locked my crypto and gave it back to me after 6-7 years, because then I cannot do anything, right? But yeah, so they're up 100x. So if you're up in 100x, then you're gonna sell, right? And all this FUD and this news really is gonna create the market to drop, right? So then we finally see it coming here, and from there on, it's gonna be big buys. So this year is gonna be like an insane buy, right? And we can really ride the market up again from 44 to, let's say, an 80, which is like 60-70x, which would be amazing. Okay, so that is my game plan right now, but we definitely have to see what it's going to do in the current zone, what is going to happen. But that would be a beautiful play out of the system, of the markets, everything perfectly playing together and really coming up to an orchestra, and you know, it's just going to be insane. So this is the plan right now. Let me just take a sip of my coffee quickly. That's what we are planning in Bitcoin. So there's currently no sell. If we start to have a bearish structure confirmed, then yes, we're gonna sell out of this zone and we're gonna short it down to 44k. Obviously we need to see the fundamentals. That's scenario number one and the most likely one. Scenario number two is we just continue now to 80k, which I don't really see happening, because for that, first of all, we need to break this bearish structure. We need a new high. So if we get a new high, then maybe it comes down again to the 50 and then really goes to 100, whatever. Now, this can only happen through fundamental news, which we're gonna talk about in 1 second, okay? So we have Mt. Gox, blah, blah. Bitcoin investors are relatively conservative. At 23x is an easy take profit decision. Of course, not all will sell, but I lean towards a sell-off. Same, 100%. Please also remember the ETFs can accumulate 300 million plus in a single day, so a potential dip will most likely be short-lived. Nice long opportunity for sure, okay? So even if it shorts, there's still buying pressure, obviously, from all the ETFs and so on. Now, we have this bullish news here, which could basically just unrealistically destroy the market and take it to 100k in the sense of what we just talked about. Trump elects Vance as VP. I hope that's how you say it. Vance is a very bullish on crypto and very anti-Gary Gensler, which is the head of the Security Exchange Commissions, right? So we have Trump has talked about backing the US dollar with BTC. That is something that I just said. And he also, Smart Money Crypto also says, if he comes up and says this with a commitment, BTC would probably go be over 100k in the same day, 100%. Yeah. BlackRock assets under management reaches 10 trillion. That's insane. Larry Fink, and that's another bullish thing that happened now on CNBC. Larry Fink talked about BTC because it's the best opportunity right now. It's a great opportunity considering BTC's market cap and BlackRock management 10 trillion, and we are telling the clients to buy BTC. Okay, so BlackRock is getting bigger and bigger. They're telling the people to buy BTC. Fidelity came out and said that BTC could be worth 1 billion per Bitcoin in 2038, which is basically 10 years, 12 years from now. It's 14 years from now. Okay, so 14 years from now, Bitcoin could be worth 1 billion. Don't mind me, my brain is a little bit frozen today, but I really want to do this update for you. I just came back to Dubai, as you might see, right? Back in my office, finally, after 1 month traveling, but obviously all this flying and traveling, and now after months getting used to this heat and everything messes a little bit with me. But we're on it, and we have no excuses, right? Spot ETF will launch next Tuesday, 2 days before the BTC conference. Okay, that's sick. Vanek expecting Sol ETF to be approved maybe this year. That's big news, obviously, for Solana, because I don't think that all of these big guys and institutions and hedge funds that they have Solana. I have never seen them accumulate Solana. There was never any news. Means if they have to accumulate first to launch this, then it's insane, because they directly have to buy it at the market price. So for me, I did this video last October when I made a lot of money, when I invested first and I made a lot of money with Solana. that Solana is easily going to $400, $600, what most people say. I definitely, $400 definitely easy, right? That's an easy play. ETFs, blah, blah. I'm just going to go through important stuff. This is more about the Fed and the news that we talked about that didn't really do anything because they were pretty numb, but that's okay. Altcoins are still very down considering to Bitcoin. We continue to see memes doing pretty well. We can expect this continue into the bull run. I'm placing bets on memes that have long-term conviction. On memes really take off when large amounts of retail enter the space, peak bull. 100%, right? So memes right now is going to be the play until the bull run starts. And from there, normally we should go into the altcoins and into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then the altcoins, or altcoins first and Bitcoin, Ethereum. But my plan is what I'm going to show you, but obviously it can change very fast depending on what all the other experts say, right? But so far that is very, very important and it looks pretty good, okay? So we are just going to go back to the chart and quickly go over again scenario number 1 and 2. Scenario number 1 is we're going to start to react bearish because of Mt. Gox, selling off a lot of BTC, the FUD in general. Then we go back to 44K, really have some pressure. Now we have 17th of July, August is a very low month. There's not going to be a lot of volume. So either it's just going to dimp around somewhere over here, or we're just really going to go down, and it's going to take a little bit, 1 or 2 months to really, like, with low volume come down. They're going to put it down, and then once the bull run starts with Bitcoin being at 45,000, 44,000, and from there on we take it into the bull run, then Trump comes in, Trump is elected, blah, blah, then Bitcoin is going to go to 120, 130 easy, which is the technical targets that we have open, which I talk about since more than a year. 115, 138 in between, somewhere over here. Finish this final sequence. And as you can see now in the big picture, it would be very nice for price to really come back into this blue buying zone and then take it up, because that's where we're going to get a lot of new buyers in, right? People are still looking, even if something like said by Smart Money Crypto, if Trump endorses to say and really then comes out and says, look, we're going to back our US dollar with gold, with Bitcoin and not gold, which kind of would make sense, right? We always talk about BRICS, always talks about going back. I did a lot of analysis into BRICS, did a couple of videos about BRICS in my value channel in the beginning. And BRICS is very interesting because they talk a lot about going back to the gold standard, right? Because obviously we are having so many problems in inflation and the dollar not being worth anything and losing the dominance. And obviously Trump's job is to get back the dominance of the US dollar, and that probably would be by backing you with gold, with Bitcoin. So it's already so much in my brain with gold, but that would be a fucking insane play, right? And with that, then Bitcoin is at the same day is going to go over 100K. If that's really going to happen, then we can see these $500,000, $1 million Bitcoins to 2038 in 14 years, $1 billion Bitcoin. So I'm definitely forever going to hold one Bitcoin just like somewhere, right? This one Bitcoin I will never touch. It's just going to be there. With the rest, I do my things. But one Bitcoin is just going to be there for when I'm 80, 90, to all blow it up and buy I don't know, buy a city or buy a country. I don't know how much it's going to be worth, or maybe just buy a nice car or a nice house, or I don't know what, right? So that's definitely one of the plays. That's the retirement Bitcoin, right? So I hope you guys have your retirement Bitcoin, but that's definitely going to be one. And now you don't need to have $1 billion, right? Even if you have 0.1 BTC, that's 1/10 of that. It's still a lot of money, right? That would be, if I'm not wrong mathematically, that would be $100 million, right? Still a lot of money. Okay, so that's about Bitcoin, okay? Solana, and let's just go quickly over what I'm opening and what I have open right now. I have EuroCat open. I also trade Forex. I don't share it in my value channel because it's a little bit too much with Forex. Sometimes probably, or maybe let me know in the video if you want my Forex signals too in my trade. I put everything in the value channel besides Forex because it's just like too much then. And with traveling now, I'm back, but I don't want to do something that I cannot keep up doing, right? So I'll think about it. If you guys really want to have the Forex signals too, let me know. So we have this one, a swing trade. It's up 2.8%, 2.08%, 300 pips, insane. I started to sell GU because of a very risky trade, but because of the US dollar index, which we're going to talk about in a second. NZT Swiss franc, I'm buying. PayPal, I bought, was also my value channel. So everyone in the value channel, congratulations. It's up a couple of percent right now, not a lot, but what is really up, which we also put in the value channel, and I know a lot of guys of you took it, is up Sony. Sony's up 17% right now from our entry, basically a 2% drawdown, maybe 1% drawdown, insane, okay? Now we need to go into the Dixie, right, which is the dollar index, we are currently decreasing, right? Price is decreasing. We are coming into a buying zone from there on. I think we're gonna have buy pressure, and we're gonna go up again. Okay, so I think dollar is gonna continue strong with all the news about Trump and all of these things now. The legendary move with Trump, with what happened with the assassination, which obviously is nothing that, because I say legendary move, I sound like they planned it. Maybe they did, you never know, right? But it's an insane move, which really, really, really is going to help him a lot to become president, which obviously I never give a shit about who's president or not, but Trump will be good now. Like, let's be very honest. Like, capitalistic, if you are someone that likes capitalism, like I am, I endorse capitalism, I love capitalism. That's probably why you're watching this channel, right? Because we talk about crypto and money, then he's something that we need right now, right? Especially America, especially the Western world. If not, I don't know, bro. If markets continue to be so boring, now they're heating up a little bit, which is kind of makes no sense, right? It was boring last couple of months. Obviously in the meme coin space, there was money made, but very boring. Forex too, right? So we need, like, when Trump was there with Twitter, that was insane, guys. So yeah, that's about that, okay? So the Dixie is going lower. US oil obviously is kind of going lower too. So US oil, basically the higher the oil prices, the higher the prices for goods, right? Because obviously they need to export them or basically produce them and stuff. So this looks pretty good. We are in a downtrend, kind of breaking and starting to break it. So we kind of will see what is going to happen with that. But yeah, Dixie looks really good. I'm looking for a buy over here. Yeah. But it still can be around a little bit. So the last news didn't really change a lot. Now, with that being said, let's go over to the total market cap. Total market cap is like last time when we talked. I still want to see the total market cap of... Why does this sometimes happen to my trading view? I don't understand. Maybe it's because I'm using too many trading views, but this is annoying me as hell. You see this? I don't know if you know the solution to this. Sometimes it pushes it down and messes with my whole thing here. Let me see. Okay. Let me just see if this makes sense. Yeah, okay. And okay, so I talked about that last time, where I still really want to see the market cap, even though we had a lot of inflow into the crypto market cap the last couple of days, and especially this week, right, of 24%, which is a lot of fucking money, right? We still have the same price and same zone open. And from there on, if we really make this move, same with Bitcoin, right? There's a 4x to be happening, which we still have place to go, right? So we're currently sitting at 2.3. If we go to 2.5, that's a 2x from now on, right? When I first time did that calculation, it was a 4x, now it's a 2x. So that would mean Bitcoin at 130, 40, 50, 60K, which kind of makes sense if we double the market volume, right? More or less, so that would be a 2x on all the majors at least. So that kind of still makes sense, because that's the volume that needs to come in still, right? For us to hit our target also here with volume. So right now, that would be an increase of 133%, okay? So yeah, if we go lower, which I said still most likely is going to happen, we have a 2x, as I said. So that is very, very interesting, okay? So keep in mind how all of this correlates with each other. That's why I'm pointing it out, right? And with that being said, our game plan is set for crypto. Ripple finally started to see some, waking up because of some news. Don't know what kind of news, not really interesting, it doesn't matter. But it went up finally a little bit, which is obviously good for our holdings. Solana again went up too. We still are a couple of percent away of our finishing zone, which finally I want this thing to see is like 140%. And then we are finally at the $422 mark, and that's the C target zone that I predicted in October last year, okay, which then would be perfectly fine. Then we have Ethereum. Ethereum is basically doing the same thing. Still have place and space to the bottom. Traders call this double bottom and entry, double bottom entry, which it basically did. And from there on, obviously there were good trades. But yeah, there's still some space to go down a little bit more than 20%, now 30%, which I kind of think is going to happen before the bull run. If we say now it's July, let's say August, September slow, October, November then starts the bull run with all the news, the elections and all this kind of things, makes kind of a lot of sense. So I'm not looking into doing big things now in in July and August, especially not in August with the volume. Obviously I will monitor every day. We're going to do updates if something happens, because right now what we're doing a lot is we are actually playing with meme coins, right? And you guys know about that. We did some updates about that. We did some videos about that. I did some guides about that. If you are not familiar with meme coins, I put everything in my value channel, and I will also let you know by putting the video below about what we talked about in the meme coin guide and how meme coins work. Now, here's one of my meme coin portfolio. I'm currently in total, I put 40,040K into the meme coin space, okay? And it's divided in several accounts and stuff. Some of them you can see, some of them you cannot see. But so far, we have our main meme account, which consists out of 24,000 investments. So it is $4,000 each coin. It is on MetaMask and here on Solana. And we saw some good activity on Ton the last week, right? Now this week we are seeing a lot of volume in Solana again, right? So Solana is catching up again as a chain. And right now Ponky is leading. Ponky is leading, and I already took some profits on Ponky, but Ponky, since our entry, basically made us 120%. Once I hit, so I have invested 4,000. So all of these coins are with 4,000. So 4,000 with Ponky, we're sitting at 6.5, already took out $1,000, okay? Dog with Fed, so with, I put in 4,000, we're at 4.9. Donald Trump, we are at 3.2, which obviously with the assassination attempt, we saw some pump and dump again. So we are just continuing to hold because I still see a lot of potential in that running into the elections, right? Land Wolf, people still say a lot of potential is still kind of being around this entry zone, kind of crashed a lot. I had a very bad entry in the trading system. I knew that, but okay, I was taking the risk and I'm just gonna wait for it. So then we have the MetaMask ones with Base and with Maga on Ethereum, right? So we have Deegan on Base, we have Maga on Ethereum. So Maga, same, still has a lot of potential, very kind of unshook by the event, right? There was like 100% quick and dump again. So I think these are really going to lead into the elections. And obviously, since we are invested with $8,000 in total in 2 Trump coins and another one with Shampoo, which is the kind of gem that I was telling you guys about, and I'll talk about it later again. We're going to talk about the majors now in the meme coin space. These ones are going to be a very good play into the bull run, right? So that is what is happening over here. Obviously Ponky is doing very well. Now what's going to be my strategy once Ponky doubled? So once I'm at 8K, I'm going to take out 4K, means my entry is out. I'm going to redirect the 4K either in the meme coin space or then into the altcoin space, right? And in my value channel, I've put the list of all the altcoins that I'm buying. I put everything in there besides Forex, right? Everything else is in there without any miss. I don't miss, right? There's wow, guys, I'm back in Dubai since a month and I'm seeing the Burj Khalifa now lighting up and everything and all the lights. It's insane because basically right in front of me, you can see the Burj Khalifa, the Dubai Mall and everything. It is beautiful. Next time I have to show you guys the view. But if you're interested in that, I also have a video about my apartment and everything. I'll put it below too, but yeah, I just wanted to enjoy this 1 second. I miss Dubai so much, guys. I was traveling for 1 month. But yeah, so coming back here, that is what is happening. Okay, so we have the 17, which is basically 16, 17, which is up $1,500. This portfolio here from 8,000, obviously still down 3,000 or 2,800, right? So we're still like kind of down on these investments, but they are turning to be, you know, going to the right direction. So we saw some very good movement. Now this one is my trading, my smaller account, which Popcat, I took some money out of Popcat and I put it into Billy. So I increased as a gem number 1. We talked about Shampoo. Gem number 2 here definitely is Billy. So I'm stacking on Billy and Shampoo. These are the 2 small ones and Shampoo over here. These are the 2 gems that I'm buying, and Shampoo is at 1.8 million. I put in $1,500 in total, and in Billy I have about I think $1,500 to in right now, and I'm gonna feed this position, right? As you can see, I'm just accumulating. I'm just buying here, buying here, and just gonna look into what is gonna happen, right? So Popcat is doing pretty well. Popcat did. We sold at 61%. It went up to 100%. Right now, coming back down. Our re-entry, and we took Popcat, right? I called Popcat here on this entry zone. Okay, so a perfect buy, zero drawdown, or just like very small drawdown, and you see this candle over here, the hammer candle, right? This one, and then it pushed up, right? So from there, we made 100%. We took profit at 60%, just when we hit C target to be sure. And now obviously we're going to re-enter. So I took this money out and I put it into Billy. So here you see what I'm doing. I take from the majors, the bigger ones, I take it into smaller ones, and then in general from the smaller ones, then into the altcoins. Okay, so I have some of the safe plays that generate me a couple of profits, dollars, hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars, and then I redirect them into smaller plays, right? I keep the back and the major ones. So if I put in 4, I get up to 8. I take 4 out. I take the 4. I put them into smaller ones. The other 4 I leave in, and then the money at the end of the day before the bull run, right? So so far, and we need to see how the market's going to change out. But so far, before, like I would say in September-ish, starting October, I would switch all my bags from meme coins into altcoins. So I would completely leave the meme coin space so far. Okay, maybe leave 2 or 3 long plays that I see a lot of potential in. And as you guys know, we are heavily on Solana on these portfolios, right? We are heavily on Solana. We still hold some shit here and some mistakes that we made with, let's say, water and beer. Well, I mean, you cannot know, right? But these ones are pretty low, and some other shit coins. But we kind of figure out everything, right? And it's going very well right now. So I'm happy. Now Ton obviously is very low. Ton went from, I put a lot of money into TCAT, Redo, TSC, NOT, and T-Dog, I think 6K, currently down at 2.8, so 40%. We saw some reaction going up and now going down again, which is completely okay. Obviously, you need to live with that because we are trading meme coins, trading/investing into meme coins, right? And that also means that you can sometimes have the 100x up and the 40-50% a day up, but you also can the 40-50% down, right? So on Ton is bleeding right now. It's good for re-entries if you haven't entered so far, which I really would tell, would give you as an advice. There's a new one, Resistance Cat. Okay, Resistance Cat is going wild. Okay, so let's see if we can put some money into that. It's $4, that makes no sense. Okay, so we have still from market cap, right? So we have Notcoin. Notcoin obviously is very big, still doing a thing. Then we have the Resistance Dog, right? Resistance Dog is down 6% for the last 24 hours. We have, where's TCAT? TCAT is down 30% for the last 24 hours, which is insane. So that is a good buy right now, right? So as you can see here, that's when I bought first time, still in profit, bought second time the big chunk, right? And we're still in the buying zone. Most meme coins, and as I said in my meme coin guide, which I really recommend you to see, because if not, you're gonna lose money for sure, as I did. So you don't have to make the mistakes that I did. We're gonna go up and we're gonna go down to the 78%, and from there on we're gonna go up. Now, once a meme coin goes above its all-time high, so this is the all-time high, right? Then what happens is insane. Okay, so we really need to see this come over this all-time high. I still see a lot of potential. There's actually some insight that there's going to be a billionaire investor coming into TCAT, right? So TCAT is the strongest meme, and it's going to be the strongest meme. So keep that in mind, guys. Obviously, I cannot recommend you this. I cannot promise you, but I think this thing, and not only I think that, many people think that, and the pros think that, the experts think that, and that's why I'm buying it. Say that TCAT is going to be insane, and TCAT definitely is my biggest bag on Ton, right? I put in $2,800. So if I put in $2,800, this goes to 100M, which is pretty easy. Then that's about a 10x, right? So on 2.8, a 10x is 28K. If we say it's 100x to a billy, which, I mean, let's see where Ton is going. And obviously, since Luke Belmo endorses Ton and everyone talks about Ton is going to be very a major play alongside Casper. So Ton and Casper, these two plays, and Render, probably these three plays are going to be insane when it comes to the future of altcoins and what's going to happen in this bull run. Okay. So it is an insane buy zone right now. I'm not going to put in more money, maybe next week, but so far I'm staying on my $40,000 investment in the market, right? So this one is at 2.8, and then we have some more coins in MaxC and some other ones, smaller ones that I already talked about, which I'm just bagging and holding. But that is what is happening right now, right? That's what we're doing right now. So far this looks pretty good. We're just gonna see and continue. Besides that, let's check the watch list if there's something that is important. So Jupiter is something that I'm gonna put money into, which is more like a big play, right? Billy, obviously, as I said, gem, Shwampu, gem. Then we have Ponky with Tramp, Wolf. So Ponky would wait for re-entry. We took some profits already, and we're gonna take more. Doc with that. Also waiting, Doland buy, Landwolf buy, Deegan buy, Mega buy. So these ones are all in buying zones. Same for the ton ones, Resistance Dog, which I would be a little bit careful. Resistance Dog is, T-Dog, right? This is my lowest play. That's the most risky one. And then we have Resistance Dog, which is the bigger one. It's currently the biggest meme so far. Yeah. And then we have TCAT, right? So Resistance Dog is sitting at a market cap of 64M, right? So if we say TCAT gets up to there, then you know what I mean, right? It's insane. Okay, then Ton Season obviously is also a very risky play, but go on 2.6M. So a Ton has still a lot of potential, right? Besides that, let's see what we have. Leica is something that I put a lot of money in, which was also a little bit of a mistake in the beginning. But you never know. You make the mistakes, right? I made mistakes with a lot of money in the beginning. Relatively a lot of money, because it always comes down on what your net worth is and how much cash flow you have. But this position I'm still holding. And then we have Brett. What is Brett doing? Brett is one of the major memes. Yeah, Brett is also coming into the direction of a re-entry. As you can see over here, re-entry would be at the price of 0.95. Okay, so that's where we could look into buying again and then make 100x. So what I was saying before is that what is beautiful to see when meme coins do this one thing over here, which is basically coming into existence, correcting, right, and then breaking the all-time high. So this one here, then we are playing, right? Then it has a lot of potential, and that's what you're gonna see with all the altcoins. Another thing we talked about last time is that most of the times, if you take the FIB, here perfectly reacted in the 50% buying zone, but most of the meme coins, what they're gonna do is they're gonna come down and then react here at the 78.6 and 822% and then go up, right? But this one perfectly reacted, nearly got down there, as you can see over here with the wick. So that's very interesting when it comes to our patterns and seeing that our system is working and creating, and these patterns are, are working on most of the charts, and every market is a little bit different, and difficult obviously in general. And then we see, okay? But yeah, Brett is definitely something we can buy once it gets into the rebuying zone, but I will update you on that. And yeah, I mean, that's it. We talked about the majors, the fundamentals, the news, what's going to happen, the scenarios, the small money, smart money, small money, meme coin market, right? The risky market right now. And we are just waiting to see, right? I'm very bullish again on Toncat, very bullish on Ton Season, Notcoin, Resistance Dog, right? T-Dog, we still have to see a little bit, and I actually have to add T-Dog into my list over here, which I'm gonna do just for a second. Yeah, but T-Dog, let's check the chart. Do I have T-Dog over here? T-Dog. Okay, yeah, T-Dog really had an insane drop today. But yeah, I mean, now could be something that we could go into, put some small amount of money in and at least ride it up to the all-time high, which would be a 2,441% move, which is insane, right? And we entered, we already lost 600%. No, that's impossible. How is that possible? That is impossible. Yeah, 83%. Okay. Yeah, so we are down 83% on our position, but there's still a lot of potential to just hit all-time high and basically from here going to our target, which is maybe unlikely, but possible. We have a 3,930x, right? So there's potential to put some money in. But yeah, I'll have to add this to my ton meme coin list. Yeah, and that's it, guys. Besides that, see you in the next one. Hope you liked it. Now you know what I do with my profits and what I'm planning to do. Some more insights and updates. And if you liked it, then follow, like, subscribe, and piss off.